Yeah, it was really nice to come back testing, this time in Bahrain, very different conditions than what we've been up against in Barcelona. This track is very rough, a lot hot ambient conditions of course, and a bit less high-speed corners, so different limitations uncovered in the car in this test, but we've already been able to work very efficiently and really find out what the car is feeling like, what are the main limitations and where are really the main points to focus for the second test next week.
I think it's been a very productive one for all of us. I mean, I don't think fans from the outside will realize, the amount of energy and effort that everyone has put into, these two tests already. It's climbing mountains. I said it in Barcelona, but honestly, to have this amount of mileage has been incredible. We never had any reliability issue, from the beginning. We've managed to do probably one of the best teams in terms of mileage. We are either first or second, with Ferrari, and that has been super strong.
On the face of it, the car is the same, as in same aero package, same hardware. Of course, in the background, we've been able to make a lot of software tuning based on what we learned in Barcelona. So I found that the deployment has been a big step forward compared to Barcelona, which is normal. We've learned so much in that shakedown week to take forward into this test, and it showed how useful that test was and how much it benefited us. Then on setup, we've got a lot more parameters to play with and more time as well to play with them. So it's been nice to test the car in different states, different ride heights, different everything, see what compromises work the best, really.
Yeah, it's difficult to compare from Bahrain to any other tracks because Bahrain is a very standard track to all of them. More degradation, the temperature is very different. But as a track, it's a bit more straightforward, to work with the deployment and get the consistency, with the engine. As you have more braking, you just recover more in general. So let's say it's an easier circuit to be testing on and to be driving on, but it's still a very good and variable test for all of us.
Of course, we have the new regulations with power unit, and that is still a big thing to focus on regardless of temperature. The deployment is still an important factor. On the other side, Barcelona is not very representative. We never run with such low ambient temperatures in F1. We always follow the sun. So it's been nice to get to warmer conditions, feel how the car reacts. This is pretty much how it will be for the race. It's always around 30 degrees, so it's been nice to have some representative running. Feel how is the degradation compared to last year, how are the tyres performing compared to last year. It's been the first time that we can really compare apples with apples to last year.
Yeah, it's becoming more natural and becoming more natural for the boys and girls as well of the team, and that's what it should feel like. It should feel like it's just normal stuff, when we go into race one. Ideally, I know it's not going to be that straightforward, but ideally that's what we need.
Yeah, round two. It's so strange to have two tests 2 weeks apart in the same track. We get to start over again and learn everything. It's nice because everything that we've learned we can take forward and now focus more on fine-tuning in the second test. So for me, I'm going to take a few days off, definitely be training hard. In the meantime, stay in this type of climate, which is also good to acclimatize myself. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the second test. There's a lot of stuff to go over with the team in the meantime. And then we're straight back to work on Wednesday or even Tuesday. So I'm really, really excited.